Say no more. Welcome to Say No More Sports Media Platform. If this is your first time checking out the channel, I really appreciate you tapping into the sports media channel. We cover everything from the NFL, Colorado Buffaloes, NBA, you name it. This is your ultimate sports platform coming out of the Bay Area, California. If you are returning and you are one of my subscribers, I appreciate it. If not, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right there, click that notification bell, and let's get straight into it. Shilo Sanders has been out there in his training camp time, and he's already making plays. The undrafted free agent for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as we know, signed that 3-year, $2.8 million contract, and he's already making plays like this from the safety position. You see him coming up, making a break on the tight end with a pass breakup. There's a lot of people who said Shilo couldn't do anything in the NFL, so I look forward to seeing you guys in the comments again. Look at that pass breakup on a tight end, making plays at an NFL level. Everybody who said, oh, he wasn't going to get drafted, he shouldn't have got drafted, man, just tap in the comment section. We do got preseason on the way. This is just him getting acclimated to the field, and the reporters, this is his first training camp, but nah, he is making a solid impression out there in Tampa Bay. The fans love him. He's already going to be a fan favorite just with his popularity already coming into the NFL. But looking at him rocking that two-way, getting acclimated, this is one of my favorite safeties coming out in the draft this year. He was really undervalued this year. Probably should have got drafted, but I'm not mad at the undrafted status. There's plenty of people who make, the roster from undrafted and become starters. So just making plays like this against the defense, getting the crowd hyped up, just an insider for the NFL training camp. As we know, that's underway. We just had the Hall of Fame game happen, and we're going to be able to see Shilo Sanders this weekend in his first preseason game. So look forward to seeing him making plays like this. Just excited to see him out there in camp. Looking to make that 53-man roster. And if we're just going off the fan love in Tampa Bay alone, he would have already made the roster just off of the support he's gotten from the community and just how professional he's been stepping into that locker room and being able to bring what he learned from Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, and the Colorado coaching staff, coming from that Sean Livingston defense out there in Colorado. And as we see Coach Prime looking back healthy, he had recently suffered some health issues. He didn't went through it, but he's out there with Coach Todd Bowles chopping it up about Shilo. Just you don't be surprised if you see Coach Prime in the NFL in the next 2 seasons. But back to the plays. We got some coverage from him right now. He's rocking that yellow in the helmet. Signifies he's probably on the third team right now, But that's all good. You got to start somewhere. But this is just him out there in practice, getting acclimated, working on some 11-on-11 looks like, some reaction drills, and now it kind of looks like punt team as well, and some punt coverage. And, you got to get in where you fit in. Don't be surprised if you see Shilo Sanders on the kickoff return team, most definitely on the punt team as a gunner, one of those people who run down, make the tackle, for the special teams unit. But anything you got to do to make the team, you got to put your pride to the side. There can't be no ego when it gets to the professional level. Him out there in Tampa Bay, doing his work, being acclimated. I think he was at KFC right here serving out free meals since they have the partnership with KFC. But it's just good to see that, he's getting acclimated to Tampa Bay, Florida, as a fan and as somebody who has covered, Shilo since he's been in college from Colorado till now. It was just great to see him. I feel like his junior year when he was in the Pac-12, he should have made an all conference team, at least first team safety or second team. And even this year, what he was able to do while healthy his last season at Colorado, was enough to get him signed as an undrafted free agent. So right now, with all the experience he's had over the summer from the rookie mini camp, to the mandatory camp that they had, the OTAs, and then now you see they're in training camp official, and he's out there with some of the fans cutting up. You see there's as many people as that don't support you. You're going to have people who do support you. So you just got to roll with the people who do support you, and you're always going to realize there's going to be people who going to doubt you. In that sports, that's life. You can't make everybody happy. But shout out to Shilo Sanders out there at the Tampa Bay training camp facility, out there looking good, making plays, supporting the community. The fans are, engaging with them. If you enjoy this video, I got another one coming out the next day. We got Jimmy Horn Jr., LaJohntay Wester, Cameron Silman Craig, BJ Green, Travis Hunter, of course, Shilo Sanders, all those Colorado Buffaloes who are out there making plays. Coach Prime, pulled up on Shilo. Went to go check him out once he was back healthy. You see, he's probably number one on his son's list again. But, shout out to Shilo Sanders out there making plays. Preseason game is approaching. Look forward to seeing Tampa Bay Buccaneers this weekend with one of the opening weekends for, preseason football. Like, comment, and subscribe. This was Shilo Sanders training camp video. Some of the plays that he's made. Look forward to more videos. And as always, say no more. We out.